Hey guys, welcome to the hashtag Get Real Woke podcast. I'm your host, Frederick D. Scott, and today is Situation Saturday. This is the time of the week where I come on and I take business and finance related current events that are happening in the greater and larger business and finance community. I bring it back to our community. I break it down and make it make sense so that way our community can understand it and know what's coming. So before I get into today's topic, what I need everybody to do is go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit your bell notification, leave me a comment at the bottom of this video, and definitely hit the join button to join the hashtag Real Woke live chat community. I don't know if y'all recognize it or not, but it is most definitely a new month. So that means new month, new money getting given away here at the hashtag Get Real Woke podcast. And the only way that you can participate in the hashtag Learn to Earn Cash giveaway, where I'm giving away a minimum of $1,000 each time I do a giveaway, is to hit the join button so you can join the hashtag Real Woke live chat community and be eligible to participate in a hashtag Learn to Earn Cash giveaway. All right. Let's jump into today's topic. Today's topic is the new direction of OnlyFans. And if you can see me, you know that I am almost chuckling because I think this is an interesting and funny topic, actually. So, first of all, if you haven't heard, about a week ago, OnlyFans made headlines because they have come out publicly and said that they are going to be moving away from adult content, which means that they are going to start eliminating the adult content and the adult content producers from their platform. Now, let's back into this. So first of all, what is OnlyFans, right? So if you've never heard of OnlyFans, let me explain to you what OnlyFans is. So OnlyFans is a content producing platform. Basically, it gives people the opportunity to sign up who want to create content and distribute content for a fee, and it allows them to be able to monetize or make money from their original content. And OnlyFans makes its money from taking a percentage of the subscription money made by the content producers. So that is what OnlyFans is. Now, you know, when I was thinking about doing this podcast, you know, I spent a little time on OnlyFans. You know, when the article came out, I kind of dug into OnlyFans, dug into, you know, all the publicly available information on the company. I used a software platform that I have to kind of look into some of the back end numbers of OnlyFans, kind of how they work, who their ownership is, kind of vetted the ownership a little bit. So I went through a few different things to prepare for this podcast, right? And so when I did my research, I laugh because, you know, when you understand the history of OnlyFans, right, and how OnlyFans came to be, it is kind of funny. So let's talk about OnlyFans. Okay, so OnlyFans was launched in 2016 by a guy by the name of Timothy Stokely, right? And when you look into Timothy Stokely's business operation history, what you find is this. So first of all, this isn't Timothy Stokely's first time creating a platform for the adult entertainment industry. So let's start there. So back in 2011, Stokely founded what was known as glamworship.com, and it was a fetish website. So this was a way for him to be able to give content creators the opportunity to produce adult fetish-based videos, right? And so, you know, that didn't really ain't really pan out so well. So he tried again in 2013, and he launched what was called Customs for You. And it was a website that allowed users to request made-to-order content directly from adult film stars. So understand that this guy has a history in the adult film industry, for better or for worse, and I want to put out this disclaimer that I am not, making a judgment one way or the other on the overall adult industry, or any performers or artists or content creators in the adult industry. So that's not what I'm not. I have no qualms. Everybody makes their money how they make their money. So, if adult content and the adult film industry is the way you make your money, that's great, and I wish you all the best. I wish you all the success that you can possibly have. Where I find it interesting is that, a guy, the founder of OnlyFans, who has a history of trying to launch adult film-based technology solutions and platforms to try to move away from adult content with OnlyFans is kind of interesting. But I do understand why it's happening. And so this is really the crux of this conversation. I kind of want to explain to the community why it is that OnlyFans is considering and not even considering, but is for a fact going to move away from adult content. Okay. So when you look at OnlyFans and you realize that OnlyFans was launched in 2016, OnlyFans didn't even really become popular until COVID. Right? Until like really shortly before COVID. And it got really, really popular as COVID was happening. Once COVID took place, it got really, really popular. In fact, when I was looking at the data, I realized that OnlyFans grew over 500% during the COVID. I mean, they had month-on-month growth and expansion in their business model. So this was great for OnlyFans. And for, Timothy Stokely, of course, it was wildly profitable. He was able to take something that he wanted to do, which was create a platform for basically monetizing adult content. And so, but here's the interesting thing about the adult film industry, for better or for worse. It depends on which side of the fence you're on. So in the overall business community, when you look at public opinion and public perception of the adult entertainment industry, it's not good, right? So while a lot more people watch adult content than I think people realize, right? It is done quietly. It is done in private. It is not something celebrated. It is not something widely advertised. It's not something widely talked about. And so there's still a stigma or taboo to the adult industry. And because of that, for a company like OnlyFans, who is trying to get to $1 billion valuation, and they might be able to do it, it's very difficult to get there with adult based content and an adult based platform at the core of your business model. Because when you look at it, because it's so taboo, because public opinion is very taboo on this situation, you have to understand that means, so business communities have to kind of follow what's going on in the overall consumer market, because a lot of businesses make their money from the consumer market. Even in the banking and finance industry, I mean, we want to continue to get deposits from the consumer community, from the retail community, so we can continue to loan out that money, invest that money. So with that being said, what happens is it's difficult to get beyond a certain point once you're scaling an adult-based business, an adult content-based business. The reason why that is, it becomes harder to attract investor capital. Because again, given the taboo and stigma on that industry, it's very difficult beyond a certain point to pull in that investor capital, to pull in, investment banks interested in working with you and potentially taking you public or prepping you for, investor capital. It's very difficult to get an investment bank to agree to want to take you on a road show so you can talk to institutional capital and be able to attract capital to continue to grow and expand. It's difficult to get advertising revenue on an adult content-based website that is so public like OnlyFans is. See, where OnlyFans has the challenges. See, OnlyFans isn't like Pornhub, where Pornhub is specifically, this is what it is, this is what we do, boom. OnlyFans is at its core business model is adult content, but it also tries to market itself to other non-adult content-based content creators to be able to get their business as well. And that's two diametrically opposed communities. And a lot of people, a lot of non-adult content creating individuals don't want to be affiliated with a company that is known for, I would say, providing a medium for adult content creators to be able to make money off of that. And so because of that, right, OnlyFans is running into a lot of, as a company, they're running into a lot of issues at this point. There are a lot of things happening that are not conducive to continuing to grow and scale as an organization and hit $1 billion valuation. Here's the thing though, right? So here's the challenge. And I'm speaking from a business standpoint, first of all, and then I'm going to talk about the content creator as well. But here's a challenge that OnlyFans is going to run into. When you've built your revenue engine, when you've built your brand, when you've kind of built your entire business operational model at its core on adult content, it's very difficult to now pivot and transition away from that and think you're still going to see the same type of revenue growth that you've seen before. See, you got to understand that OnlyFans is not the only content producing platform whereby you can make revenue off of your exclusive content. I mean, Patreon does the same thing. YouTube has a membership platform. I mean, again, there are other places where content creators can go that have built their business model on the overall content creation community and not limited itself or subsected itself or quietly encouraged or marketed to the adult content creating industry, right? And so I believe that there is a quite a steep climb for OnlyFans to move away from adult content and move into more mainstream acceptable content. I find it very difficult for OnlyFans to be able to pull that off and successfully transition and remarket that brand in a different way. I think that they don't get the traction they think they're going to get. I don't think that the customer acquisition that they think they're going to have is going to be there, to be quite honest with you, because anytime you see OnlyFans, the common person that knows anything about OnlyFans is always going to associate that name and that brand with adult-based content. And so that's a hard psychological barrier to overcome as a company, right? So that's why branding, when you're branding your business, you got to be very careful with how you do that. And you got to be very careful to understand that all money is not good money, and strong revenue today, right, may inhibit you or limit you from revenue growth and overall business growth and expansion long term. And this is something that OnlyFans is getting ready to learn the hard way. So what do I think is going to end up happening in the end? I think that OnlyFans is going to temporarily transition away from adult content and try to build a market in that. I think that they're not going to be nearly as successful as they think they are. And I think what's going to happen is they're going to see a substantial dip in revenue and customer acquisition and growth. And I think that that's going to force them to have to pivot back exclusively or near exclusively into adult content. The challenge that they're going to have, hilariously enough, is once you limit that adult content, once you move away from that, a lot of their users currently are going to find other places to go to be able to monetize that. I think what they end up doing is they end up opening the door for another company that isn't so interested in hitting $1 billion valuation. They just want to make good money and good revenue month over month to come in and develop something similar to this and launch it to the adult content creator community and woo those adult content creators who now have no place to be able to put that content. That's what I think is going to happen. And so I think that when OnlyFans transitions back into potentially allowing adult content creators again, I think they're going to have a hard time finding adult content creators because they will have already moved on to something else. And that is the interesting thing about technology, which is the fact that technology is ever evolving. There's always a new tech company out there. There's always a new platform out there, right? Someone's always brainstorming technology, the technological advancements, developments, and platform creations are happening so rapidly at this point that if you lose a step, if you miscalculate a little bit in a tech business, that could be the end of your business. I think what I see with OnlyFans happening right now is the beginning of the end of OnlyFans, to be quite honest with you. Now, let's talk about the content creator, right? And you know, like, I knew this wasn't going to be a very long video, but I knew it was going to be kind of enjoyable video because of the way it kind of, you know, breaks out in the way OnlyFans works now, and kind of the history on OnlyFans when you really look at it, and the owners as well. Now, let's talk about that the content creator, the adult content creator that has made revenue and has depended on that revenue as a means of survival, right? What do I think happens to the content creator? Well, I mean, you know, how can I say this in a diplomatic and politically correct way? Hey, baby. Hey, the game finna be over temporarily. Hey, man, this internet adult content advertising, promotion, and revenue stream that you got, hey, I want you to know that that's getting ready to come to an end very, 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 very soon. Albeit temporarily or permanently is less to be seen at this point, but it's definitely getting ready to come to an end. Now, so, you know, that's the bad news. So what do I think happens to the content creator that's made good money on this and now loses that revenue stream? Unfortunately, I see a number of things happening in our community as it relates to the content creator. You know, for better or for worse, some of these women that's getting money on this OnlyFans was previously in the strip club before COVID. Hey, man. Don't shoot the messenger. Facts have no feelings. Only people do, period, right? So a lot of these digital adult content creators on OnlyFans, the ones that were already in the strip club before OnlyFans, is likely going to go back to the strip club after OnlyFans. Now, for those new content creators that decided they was going to jump on this bus, right, before and had never done any type of adult entertainment before, if they've done well on it and made, you know, good money, you know, month over month, you know, a lot of them ain't gonna want to go back to, you know, being nobodies, being broke, being struggling, etc., etc. And with PUA and stimulus all in there and rent moratoriums all ending at the same time, I mean, this is just a perfect store recipe for disaster right here. So I see a lot of them that had never been in the adult industry before, possibly considering entering the scrimper world. Unfortunately, the rude awakening for them is going to be that this is not in front of a camera anymore. This is live. This is in person. This is real time. And then men throwing them dollar bills or $10 bills or $5 bills, whatever they throwing at you. Hey, man, they want to have conversation with you. They want you to sit down with them. They want to be able to rub on your leg, rub on your little booty, all of that. You know what I mean? So prepare yourself for the real world, the real touchy-feely situation of the scrimp club. All right. And for those who don't want to do that, amen. Amen. You better start thinking of a new business idea, a new business venture. Amen. You better show up on this podcast a little bit, learn a few things or two, because with PUA ending, stimulus checks ending, rent moratoriums ending, and OnlyFans moving away from adult content, yo, it's going to be a lot of women in our community who thought they was summertime fine finna find out that you might be. But hey, if you ain't got an avenue to exploit that for profit, hey, man, you just another beautiful broke chick. And that's real. I'm just keeping it a whole 100 with you right now. And it's going to be a lot of beautiful broke chicks here very, very, very shortly. Listen. I'm going to say this to you, and a lot of people may not like what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway, because I feel like on our community, but this is our podcast, right? This is the hashtag Get Real Woke podcast. This is just my podcast. This is the community's podcast, right? And so I'm gonna say what I feel. This is what I really honestly truly feel. I feel like, you know what I mean? A lot of women have this misapprehension that beauty is enough. It's not. It's a beautiful woman on every corner that you walk down, especially for someone like me who lives in New York City. Listen, I can go down any block and see a bad chick. Bad is not enough. If you don't have brains, if you don't have hustle, if you don't have drive, if you don't have determination, if you don't have discipline, and you're not willing to go out here and learn the things you need to know in financial literacy and business development to be able to set yourself up for success long term, hey, you gonna be broke. Because beauty is not enough in 2021. And no man of means is trying to carry dead weight in 2021. So, you know, while OnlyFans was a quick hit, hey man, the things that come fast don't last long. The old school people used to say that, and I'm not gonna actually cuss because you know I like my monetization, so I don't want to be limited. So I'm not going to cuss. However, what I will say is this: the old people used to say it like this: "Dog that poop fast, don't poop long," and that's real. Like easy come, easy go, right? You had a good little run during COVID. That's over with now. So I hope that you women that were making money on OnlyFans, I hope that you were smart enough to turn that money into something that could make you more money, like an index fund, like in a Roth IRA, like an IRA, like some cryptocurrency, something that is going real estate, something that is going to generate you consistent, passive income, revenue to your balance sheet. If you went out and lived your best life, had a hot girl summer because flights was cheap, or a hot girl winter because flights was cheap, went out there and bought all the weave up that you possibly could, all the Louboutins that you possibly could, all the Louis and Hermes and Chanel bags that you possibly could, hey man, hey, it's over with for that. It's quiet for that. So you better hope, like, because a lot of these bags, right? A lot of these bags that y'all buying, because you know, y'all like that exclusive joint. Y'all like that exclusive. All right. So hopefully you got you some exclusive bags that you can put online and rent them out for income. Turn those liabilities into assets by renting them out for income. I'm giving you free game. That's what I do around here. I pop up, I do this hashtag for the free. So listen, like, you got to start thinking differently. You got to start thinking more strategically, with more ingenuity in your thought process, because with everything coalescing at the same time, everything happening at the same time with PUA, stimulus, the end of OnlyFans, the end of rent moratoriums, it's going to be really, really, really bad days ahead for our community. And so just like I tell the greater community, I'm going to tell this subsect of our community that, you know, got into the adult content making industry here temporarily. Hey, brace yourselves. It's about to get real. All right. So I just want to come on real quick. You know, I knew this one wasn't going to be very long. So I just want to come on, share that with y'all, give y'all some facts, give y'all the breakdown of how I see this playing out based on, you know, my experience as someone who used to own an investment banking and advisory firm, someone who is currently a private equity investor that does invest in businesses. You know, I wanted to tell you what the greater financial community is having and what we're considering, what we're thinking about, what we're talking about as it relates to OnlyFans. And I wanted to talk to these content creators and help y'all understand what this means for y'all. So, yo, with that said, I hope y'all learned a lot. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If I offended anybody, you know, my bad, but facts have no feelings. Only people do. So don't take offense to the facts. Don't shoot the messenger. Accept the facts. reconcile yourself to the facts, and begin to look at the reality of the situation so you can pivot yourself into another winning position. All right. So with that said, hey, appreciate y'all. I thank all of my supporters, everybody who supports me, you know, who subscribes, who hits the join button, who comments on my videos, who likes my videos. Yo, listen, I appreciate the support. You know, that support means more to me than you can possibly imagine. You know, I had a gentleman comment on my video yesterday, said that I was like the father or mentor that he never had. And I really thoroughly, you know, truly appreciate that. I'm honored and humbled that you would think so highly of me, and that I'm able to impact your life in a positive way, because that's what I do this for. So thank you for that comment. Thank you so much for that comment. I really appreciate it. It's very encouraging, very humbling, and I appreciated it a lot. And you know, it's comments like that, it's support like that that gives me the desire, the willpower, and the heart to continue to keep making this kind of content. So thank you guys so much. For those of you who you know, ain't hitting that join button, hit that join button yet, join this hashtag Real Woke Live Chat community. Hey man, I just got one question for y'all. Hey man, y'all don't like money? Y'all don't like the opportunity to win money? Because I mean, you know, we giving away real dollars around here. I mean, you know, that's what we do in the hashtag Get Real Woke Live podcast. I mean, we give away real money around here. So, I mean, you know, hey, hit that join button. Join the hashtag Real Woke Live Chat community. You know what I mean? Because around here, we're giving away that money. We're giving away that information. We putting people in real positions to win around here. So show your support, show your love, hit that join button, join the hashtag Real Woke Live Chat community. Yo, again, I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate all the support. Hey, and listen, until the next Situation Saturday, which I got a topic already in mind that I want to talk about. I think y'all really gonna like it. Until the next Situation Saturday, though, yo, I'm out.